But now, let's get into our first main topic here. Our first topic today, we're going to cover the Suicide Squad trailer. Now, the James Gunn Suicide Squad trailer. And I gotta say, Rick, we just watched this. You hadn't seen this yet. We just watched it right before before we start the show here. So I'm gonna let we'll get your thoughts on it first, and just tell us what you thought about it. Then we'll just kind of chime in. And we'll give a quick little review of the Suicide Squad trailer. What did you think, Rick?
I thought it was good. It was definitely interesting. I like the humor. The characters seem pretty cool as well, and it definitely has me more intrigued to see it now. Not that I wasn't before, but seeing that trailer in particular was like, damn, this is like that headline said, decent. So
Yeah,
surprisingly decent.
yeah. There was some. I think it was like the New York Post or something. But when I was pulling up the trailer for the show here for this shot here, I just Googled like Suicide Squad trailer, and then obviously one of the first results for whatever reason was like New York Post headlined like I don't know who wrote it because I just saw it and I was like, what are you talking about? He's like, James Gunn Suicide Squad trailer is surprisingly decent. What is that supposed? Why do you got to be so condescending about something? It's like, I was just confused about it too because it's like, well, are you like, is that shade at James Gunn? Because like, what cause would you have to throw shade at James Gunn? Is it shade at the Suicide Squad franchise? Because the movie, well, despite what you think of the movie, it made over $800 million. So I mean, did your movie guy who wrote the headline make more than $800 million? I doubt it did. It's a very condescending headline. I don't know why. But either way, it rubbed me the wrong way. It was a stupid headline. But nevertheless, I thought the trailer was great. I loved King Shark. He was my favorite part of it.
Yeah.
I know someone.
John.
Do what?
I was gonna say John Cena seemed really, really good as well.
John Cena looked great. He's always had really good comedic timing. So
I'm a big Pete Davidson fan too. Well, I think he's funny. So,
yeah,
that'll be cool to see him in there.
I feel like they spent more of the CG time and budget on Weasel than they did for King Shark. Like in that one shot of Weasel licking the window,
weird.
He looked. I mean, he just looked like kind of perfect. He looked like real
like a weasel.
And but like this shot here, he doesn't really look like CG.
It's like my cat trying to get into the bathroom when I'm in there.
But then like the shot of King Shark, he pretty much looks like a big CG shark. I don't know. We were talking about it on stream though, and like in all honesty, it's kind of the uncanny valley in a sense to where like no matter what you do with King Shark,
he's gonna always look.
Yeah, you're gonna know he's a CG. He's a shark walking on two legs, talking, and you're always gonna know he's a CG shark. So I mean, I don't know. There are some shots that look better than others, but other ones it looks like the CG wasn't as polished. But John, I think you made a good point though. Like maybe they'll tweak it up until it comes out in like August or something.
August, I think. Yeah.
So, what did you think about it, though? What stood out to you?
Oh, I mean, I loved it. I thought it was great. The cast is just phenomenal. I know the last cast had Will Smith, and I'm trying to think of who else was in there. It was a good cast, but this seemed to like ratchet it up a notch. Like Idris Elba, some of the other guys you guys have already mentioned. It's a huge cast. Like the names just don't stop coming. They just announced too that Sylvester Stallone is doing the voice for King Shark. So it's just a crazy number of people that are involved. And so,
Nathan
and then this
Fillion.
is like Nathan Fillion. That's right. This looks like pure James Gunn Unleashed. Like if you liked the Guardians movies, like he still is kind of restrained maybe by the PG-13 and wanting to fit in with the Marvel universe or whatever, the MCU proper. So, which he did beautifully in those movies. But I think this is going to be him just kind of off the leash doing exactly what he wants to do. And I think that's a good thing. I think he'll have a really strong, he'll put a really definitive mark on this movie and it won't feel like other movies. I think I think I said on Twitter something about like, if you're going to do this movie and you're going to do it rated R, then do it the way Deadpool did Deadpool. Just don't put limits on it. Do it all out. Like, I'm not saying this movie is going to be Deadpool, but it's going to be rated R. It's going to earn its rated R, rating, as you can see from this first trailer that was rated R. So yeah, I think it's going to be great. I did find the timing of it interesting because they instead of dropping a trailer with King Kong versus Godzilla or Godzilla versus King Kong, whichever direction they have that next week, they dropped this trailer this week, and it just so happened that it dropped like right at the same time that there was a big push to restore the Snyderverse, social media push by fans of Zack Snyder's Justice League to try and get momentum going to urge WB to restore the Snyderverse and let Zack Snyder continue making movies with the Justice League characters. So it was interesting because dropping this trailer on when did it come out? Thursday. I think it came out like on a Thursday in the afternoon. Like there was nothing else going on. There was nothing that it really tied into, other than the fact that like it seemed like they were Warner Brothers was kind of trying to draw attention away from it. It didn't work. The push by the Snyderverse people still way outclassed it in terms of retweets and trending tags, but
Well, that's the
but
funny
it was
thing
great.
too.
It was a great. I hate that. Yeah, sorry. Let me just get this one thought out.
Oh,
I
you're good.
hate that WB is backing fans into a corner where it's like, because I want fans to all be behind this movie. I think this movie looks great. I think this is what WB should be doing, giving a creator control over a area or a franchise and letting them complete their vision for it. And they've kind of gone against that with Zack Snyder. So anyway, it's interesting that I hate that they're kind of making fans use what should be just pure enjoyment of this trailer and excitement about this movie. They're kind of a lot of fans are feeling like, well, we have to use this as a platform to also push the fact that we don't want them to stop making the Zack Snyder stuff.
Well, yeah, well, like a bunch of the characters that were pre-existing and intertwined with Snyder's universe are in this movie. Like
Exactly.
Harley Quinn interacted with Ben Affleck's Batman. Ben Affleck's Batman just interacted with the Joker, the same Joker that was with this version of Harley Quinn. Granted, it was a nightmare dystopian Elseworlds version of him, but it was still the same guy. And then like Captain Boomerang's back, Rick Flag, like Ben Affleck was in the first Suicide Squad movie. Like
Amanda Waller's justification for starting the Suicide Squad in the first place is because Superman dies in BVS.
Yeah, and she talked to him, Batman, about it.
Yeah,
like he was there. So it's like this is actually it coexists with the Snyderverse more than any other DC property does. Like even Shazam and Wonder Woman and Aquaman, those three movies really have next to no relation with the Snyderverse. Like Wonder Woman movies are both prequels, and then at the end of Shazam, you see the suit of Superman, but you don't actually see Henry Cavill. And then in Aquaman, you get one line from Amber Heard. Her Mera character says, "You fought Steppenwolf." That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing else connects it to the greater universe at all. But Suicide Squad, that's directly connected to it in many, many ways. Now, this movie might not have those same connections, but the very existence of those characters just kind of by virtue does, its existence, So,
Yeah.
Either way. But the only thing we didn't really mention, though, in the trailer was Starro. So Starro's there.
Right.
Yeah.
And, like, if anybody's going to do Starro, like, it's going to be, like, it would have to be James Gunn. Like, I don't know anybody else who would try to bring in a giant alien starfish.
Yeah, it's a strange
creature. Like, I don't know, I'm looking forward to it.
There's the DC purist of me that's like, oh, Starro, come on, you gotta save him for like a Justice League movie. Like he's a Justice League caliber villain. Like, that's who he normally goes up against. But the absurdity of a giant alien starfish that is trying to take over people's fits in well with this. And so, I said to a friend of mine, that magnificent bastard James Gunn would find like the most perfect villain to put into a Suicide Squad movie, and he may have just done it like that. It fits very well with the theme of what this movie appears to be.
It's very James Gunn.
Well, that's the thing too. Like, we don't know, like, because there's a couple different ways they could go with it too. They could do like all the little baby starfish that control like people's minds and make them zombies and do whatever they want. It could just be a giant starfish, like just
Well, we definitely
is
know
what
it's
he
a
is.
giant starfish.
We know that much. He
It's
is
just,
a
it's just whether or not we have that extra component too, which
Yeah.
I hope they do. Like we were talking about on stream, I hope we get the full on like face hugger starfish like on people's domes, like controlling them and stuff.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be
Because then they could
interesting.
also be the cannon fodder for all of them to kill. If it,
Sure.
like, at the same time though, I guess they would be humans, so it'd be a little bit worse than what happened in the first Suicide Squad movie when they were just like putty men from Power Rangers. This might be a little different. I don't know if they would do that and have them kill. Who knows? It is rated R, so they can kill as many humans as they want. King Shark's freaking ripping them in half and eating them, chewing on human skulls. Like,
yeah, it's pretty brutal.
King Shark's gonna be the best. Like the dude tweeted out, and it's totally true, and I totally agree with him. Like everybody should retweet this guy's tweet. I forget who it was, but he said like, James Gunn, if you kill King Shark, I'm never watching your movies again, or something like that. It's like, how could you like kill off this beautiful creature? Like,
Right.
it's true. Like, I really hope they don't kill off King Shark. The one thing I will note, because I didn't bring this up to you before, this shot when they're on the, let me try to find it here in the trailer. This shot right here. Do you remember the Suicide Squad Rocksteady video game? They're like literally on this very same rooftop, and then Superman comes in. Like, you remember that? The Suicide Squad Rocksteady
I
game
can't
trailer?
see the screen, so I'm not. I remember.
Oh, I
that
didn't have it
trailer,
up.
but I can't.
Remember this? The Suicide Squad game trailer, completely separate property, same characters, but it's based in like the Arkham time.
Yeah.
But they're literally on this like
They take over the premise of that game. The beginning, at least from the trailer, the premise is that the Suicide Squad is taking over that city, right?
No, like Superman goes rogue. Remember, Superman comes in at the end.
Yeah,
and
but
it's kill the Justice League. Like chaos is happening in the background, and then they get their mission, and it's to kill Superman. But they're literally like on this rooftop.
I'm mixing up with the Suicide Squad comic. My bad.
They
just had a new Suicide Squad comic that came out right around the same time as that trailer dropped, and I'm getting the two confused.
Here, let me try to pull this up just so I can show you, like, you just the shot. Like, it's like right in the beginning of the freaking trailer. Yeah, it's like remember Brainiac's in it, so
yeah.
You got Brainiac here, and like he's doing this. Chaos has ensued in the city, and then it cuts to the squad, literally like on a rooftop, just like they're on a rooftop now in the movie, and it's not like the same thing, but like literally a rooftop and the like destroyed city, and it's like King Shark and Harley Quinn. Everybody but Deadshot is there. And then, I don't know. I just thought that was funny. Like, it was the odds that it's like them on a roof.
Right.
And then they're on a roof.
Yeah.
Same thing. I have no idea if there's supposed to be any sort of connection to it at all. But a nice little Easter egg or something if it is there. So, but I think it's safe to say we're all looking forward to the movie.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I'm definitely looking forward to it. I can't wait to see James Gunn get into his R-rated roots, Super and Slither and all that stuff, and bring that little flavor into the the DC world. So it'll be good. I'm looking forward to it. The question is, guys, what did you think about the Suicide Squad trailer? Did you catch the little tie-in there with the Suicide Squad video game? Like, I'm sure it is unrelated in every way possible, but I just found it interesting that they're both on rooftops when they're talking about their plan and doing the thing, and that's when it happens. And so, I don't know. It's funny. It's a good little thing. Let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.